There are a lot of farms out there. Today, I'm going to show you guys the 17 best ones for Bedrock Edition. Starting off the video strong with this insane Mob XP farm. This is one of the best Mob XP farms that you can build in Minecraft without going absolutely haywire and building something that is millions of blocks, thousands and thousands of hours. This thing is so easy to build, pretty resource efficient considering how many drops it gives you. How this works, in Minecraft there's this mechanic where mobs can spawn on this block with scaffolding and water above it. So mobs spawn here and are instantly pushed down towards the middle. As you can see, tons of mobs spawn. They get pushed down here. I actually have the Trident Killer turned off. But as you can see, just from recording this clip, how many mobs have spawned here. They would be killed. You can be standing at your AFK spot holding a looting 3 sword. You collect the XP and then all of the drops go down inside of this chest. This is about 5 minutes of running this farm. You've gotten all of this loot, and my favorite part about it is it's easily expandable as well. You can have 1 layers, you can have 30 layers, whatever you want to do. Now make sure to stick in there because this farm doesn't even come close to the best farm on this list. Now, if you don't feel like trying to get that many barriers or just that many materials, this mob farm is fairly efficient as well. You can see how many mobs spawn up here, and then once they fall down this chamber, of course, you can sit down here, stab them, set up a Trident Killer, whatever you want, and collect all of the drops. I know this is going to sound crazy, but this witch farm right here produces almost as many drops as that mob farm did, and it's what, 1/100th of the size? All you have to do is come up to your AFK platform all the way up here, and then witch will start to spawn down there. You have tridents that are bouncing up and down, so you can hold a looting 3 sword to get better drops, and you can drop down to get the XP. Now, as you're going to see, this farm has been running for about 5 minutes. You can see, I don't know if you saw, but a witch did spawn inside of there and was killed by those tridents. And then coming down here, like I said, this was 5 minutes at the farm. 42 gunpowder, a ton of redstone, healing potions, glowstone dust, sugar, everything that you're going to need. This witch farm produces way too many rates for how small it is, and you guys need to check this one out. If you need sand, concrete powder, anvils, anything like that, this gravity block duper is perfect for you because it produces 1 million items every hour that you run this farm. It's so efficient that if you run it for longer than a minute, your game could literally lag out. And all you have to do is stand here and click this lever. That's it. Then once you reload the game after about a minute, you're going to see hundreds of thousands of items coming down this chute and coming into your inventory. I'm going to sit here for 2 minutes just to show you guys the rates. Now, for any of you computer nerds out there, I built this computer about a week ago, i7-12700 and RTX 3070. If any of you aren't computer nerds, just know that this computer can run just about anything, and yet this will still lag out my game. As you can see, I'm getting some crazy frame drops. Haven't even had the farm on for a minute. All of this concrete powder, or it can be anvils or sand, is duplicated, and you can see all of this is now rushing down this water stream and will go into your inventory. As well, this farm only takes about a minute to set up, so considering everything, I mean, can you really complain with all of this loot? I can't even pick it all up. If I could just steal you guys for 10 seconds, if you're enjoying, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As well, you can download any of these worlds that I'm showing you right now. It's the first link in the description. As well, if you want to find the tutorials to any of these farms, they're all down in the description as well. Alright, let's get back into the video. Arguably the most overpowered farm in Minecraft is this Allay XP Farm. This farm will take you from level 0 to 60 in 1 minute. Yeah, you heard that right. 1 minute while using this farm. It uses a cool mechanic where every time a mob has the infestation effect applied to them and they take damage, they will then spawn a silverfish. All you have to do is click this button on the front here, splash them with an infestation potion, and then light this campfire on fire. Now, if you run this farm for longer than a minute, they will die, so be careful. However, when you click this button, you see these silverfish start to pour out. I mean, look at this. And if I go into survival mode, you'll see that I've been using this farm for about 2 minutes. I'm at level 74, and even though I'm at such a high level, the XP from this Trident Killer is still pouring into my inventory. I mean, just look at this thing. How could you not build this? It is the best XP farm out there, and make sure to check it out. Now, while you may not think the farms can get much better, there are still some incredible farms on this list, so make sure you stick around till the end to find out. Now, a lot of you guys hated the design with the alleys for that last farm, so I made this one with iron golems. It is the exact same. All you have to do is light their campfires on fire, and then splash them with an infestation potion, and they will spawn all of these silverfish. Now, of course, iron golems aren't going to die, so what you have to do periodically is just right click these guys with some iron ingots and they will be rehealed. This is the best Bonemeal Farm in Minecraft Bedrock. Well, it might not be the best, but look at the size of this thing. Considering that and the fact that it produces 700 bone meal per hour, I'm going to call this the best. How it works is you have this stone generator that pushes stone over here. Bone meal then bone meals this, creates grass and moss, which is broken by the water, picked up by the composters, and then put down inside of this chest. Now, I know what you're thinking. Bone meal to produce bone meal, and I know it seems kind of weird, but for every 1 bone meal you put into here, it produces about 2 bone meal. 700 bone meal an hour, and with it being fully AFK, you can leave it overnight and come back to double chests full. This is not a farm that you guys want to miss out on. Now, I know I say this about a lot of farms, but I genuinely believe this is the most overpowered farm in Minecraft. This is the ultimate Raid XP farm that I designed. Now, if you weren't aware, Raid XP farms are great, but they used to be fully AFK. Once the new 1.21 update came around, they changed it so the ominous bottle you had to drink instead of automatically getting the effect, so that it can no longer be AFK. Well, this farm was my solution to fixing that. As you can see, you'll have the raid guys spawn down, or not the raid, sorry, the villager captain spawning down there. They'll be pushed up this bubble elevator and then inside of this trident killer here, where their ominous bottles will then go inside of this chest so you can drink and start a new raid. While that farm is going, up here, as you guys saw, the raids are starting, being pushed down there, and then all of their totems, their emeralds, everything like that are also being put inside of this chest. So once the raid finishes, all you have to do is stand here, wait for a raid captain to spawn and drop his bottle inside of here, and then you can drink the potion and another raid will start. Now, if you only need ominous bottles or you just don't care about the raid part, then this ominous bottle farm is perfect for you. As you can see, all you have to do is find the spawn spots of the pillager captains and then put trident killers there. Now, when the pillager captain spawns, obviously it'll be killed by this trident killer. Like you can see, the XP was dropped. You can stand up there holding a looting 3 sword to get better drops, and then there's a hopper minecart underneath here that is collecting the ominous bottles and putting it inside of this chest. This is from about 5 minutes of AFKing at this farm. Absolutely incredible and so easy to set up. Now check out this gold XP farm, producing a ton of zombie pigmen. I mean, look at this. I've had this on for what, 10 seconds? And I mean, look at this. How can you get better than this? You have these 2 portals. In Minecraft Bedrock, there's a mechanic where every time one of these portals is created, one of these blocks here, there's a chance for a zombie piglin to come out, and that's why this portal is so big, because each one of these squares has another chance, and that is why so many zombie piglin come pouring out. You can see I'm holding a looting 3 sword for the better drops, and if I go into survival mode, you can see I'm already at level 15. This farm will get you level 0 to 30 in 1 minute. Now, it's not as good as that XP farm before, but on top of that XP that you get, you also collect a ton of rotten flesh, a ton of gold, and a ton of golden ingots, which of course can be turned into gold. This farm has a built-in auto sorter, and it automatically deletes and kills, or whatever you want to call it, the golden swords, throws them into the lava. I mean, you really just can't get much better than this. Look at all of these zombie piglin. This gold farm is insane. We all know that gunpowder farms take a long time to set up. Those creeper farms are huge, thousands of resources. Well, this one isn't. This gunpowder farm isn't fully AFK, but produces more rates than those creeper farms, where all you have to do is run towards the ghasts, take your good sword and stab them in the face, and of course they're going to drop all of their gunpowder and their ghast tears, and when you kill them, you can then run over to a new one that is already spawned and stab him as well. Now, if you want to make this more efficient, you can grab yourself a pair of soul speed boots, and then go ahead and make the floor, turn it into soul sand, and you can see how much faster I am already. The ghasts start to spawn, and then I can run around and kill them. This clip has been going on for like 20 seconds. I already have 12 gunpowder. You can see more gunpowder and ghasts, are starting to spawn. I mean, you really can't get more efficient than this, and considering how easy it is to set up as well, this is one of the best gunpowder farms in the game. Check out this sugarcane farm. It produces 10,000 sugarcane an hour. It's so efficient that the hopper minecart down below literally can't keep up with how much sugarcane is being produced. Now, this farm does take a lot of bone meal. That is why it is the best, but if you hook this sugarcane up, or the sugarcane farm up to the bone meal farm that I showed earlier, you would have a self-sustaining sugarcane farm that produces 10,000 an hour. Run this for 1 hour. I can't imagine why you would need any more sugarcane than that. I mean, come on, just look at this farm. It's so compact, so simple, and one of the best. How could we forget about the one and only Enderman Farm? Everybody knows about it. You have this chamber that goes up here with Enderman spawning up at the top, but this is not the best Enderman Farm. This is the best Enderman Farm. Now, technically, this is the easiest one. However, it still gives almost identical rates to the other one. The only difference is the mobs don't fall on their own. I'm going to show you how to use it. Just look at how much easier this farm is to set up than the other one, which is why I consider this the best. If you go into survival mode, I can't type, all you have to do is look the Enderman in the eyes. They will then run over towards you, and then you can go ahead and stab them. I consider this one the best because it's so much easier, so much more efficient to set up than the other ones. And with this farm, you don't have to go down to Y level 0. You can stay up all the way up here. I mean, just look at this thing. How could this not be the best? Everybody knows about it, everybody loves it, and it's probably one of the most overpowered farms in the game considering its size. It is, of course, the fish farm. This thing will take you 1 minute to set up. It's like 10 blocks total and gives you drops like enchanted books, saddles, name tags, everything you need. Now, the only problem with this design is it does require an auto clicker if you want it to be fully AFK, but that is why it is on the best farms list. If you don't care for it to be AFK, then all you have to do is look at this pressure plate, click down and then hold, and you'll see you click on this note block back here. Once it is picked up, you then reel in the fishing rod, collect the item, or it goes inside of this chest. Everybody needs shulker boxes. Nobody doesn't need shulker boxes. I don't know what I'm saying. This farm is incredible, and look how easy it is to set up as well. Literally, all you have to do is stand inside of these armor stands here. How this works is the shulkers are going to try to shoot at me, but they're going to hit each other. And there's a game mechanic inside of Minecraft Bedrock, which you just saw, where there has to be 2 shulkers next to each other. So when one of them dies, another one automatically spawns, but the shulker shell drops down here and goes inside of this chest. This is from like 2 hours of AFKing at this farm, and I can't imagine when you're ever going to need more shulker shells than this. Everybody hates manually smelting, so super smelters are so efficient. As you all should know by now, you have your item that you want to smelt in here and your coal or whatever fuel item back there. All of the items are automatically and evenly distributed between all of these chests. As you can see, they all have relatively the same numbers. And then once the item finishes smelting, it gets picked up by that hopper and then put down inside of this chest. The design is simple and yet it's so efficient. You can find the tutorials or world downloads down in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out.